Yeah. So again, I think this is a huge topic. This is a big old topic that needs like a book about it, you know? I think first of all, just to acknowledge that the sexual injury is really how the betrayal impacts your sexuality as a betrayed partner. And that includes everything from how you feel about yourself, how you feel about your body, how you feel about who you are sexually. It includes your sexual functioning, your sexual desire. I mean, it includes all the things attached to your sexuality and the negative impacts that betrayed partners often experience as a result of betrayal. So that's really what we're talking about there. I think, if I were going to kind of pick one thing to say tonight about this issue, because I think it's probably the most common thing that I feel like I am coaching people about in our coaching program, is that, especially if you're female, so this may not be true if you're male, but if you're female, often you have grown up, been socialized. I mean, in our culture, there's a real belief that female sexuality really exists in service of male sexuality. And so many women come into the experience of betrayal also with the baggage of, I've sort of tried to be who my partner wants me to be sexually and meet their needs. And I've thought of their needs as primary. And I really don't know who I am sexually. And then even though I've been doing all of that, and I've been putting them first and trying to meet their needs and trying to think about how they are, and they've still gone outside of the relationship. So I think for a lot of betrayed partners, there's sort of a reckoning there about, well, wait a minute, and then also coming back to this place of, okay, well, what would happen if I would really know that who I am sexually and my sexuality, and again, we're thinking about sexuality broadly here, that my sexuality belongs to me and is of equal value in my relationship to my partner's sexuality, and that my healing, part of my healing, is learning to figure out, who am I sexually? Who am I when I bring my authentic self to my sexuality? Who am I sexually? And then how do I start to share that with my partner? If I'm still in a relationship with them, maybe with a future partner, maybe just with myself for a period of time, if I'm single, and newly single after betrayal. But how do I start to own who I am and know who I am and cultivate a sense of connection to my own sexuality that I could then share if I chose to with somebody else? So that, because healthy sexuality in a relationship is two people bringing their authentic selves to the relationship and then co-creating a fun, pleasurable, connecting experience together. That's what that is. And so we can't do that if we don't know who we are sexually and we don't have a sense of who our authentic self is and how to show up and bring that. And if we don't feel like we're allowed to, that our sexuality is of equal value and equal worth, and that we should be an equal co-creator with our partner in the sexual experience.
Yeah. So I'm just like, oh, it makes me want the book. It's so good. I mean, I just feel like it's so, and again, I'm just thinking of all the clients, so many clients I've sat with and that we've sat with together. So yeah, that's good. Thank you, Michelle.
Yeah, and I would say too, just for those of you who asked that question, what I just said is sort of a big, broad way of thinking about it. And I know that there are a lot of specific questions and specific concerns and specific issues, and there's all these how do I get over this, and there's so much fear about re-engaging sexually if you're re-engaging with the cheating partner. And so I just want to say, of course, we can't address all of that tonight, but I just want to say, I know there is so much to be considered around this issue. And it is just such a tender, vulnerable area for so many people to try to figure out how to walk through and how to heal. So I just want to validate that
Yeah.
for everybody.
Yeah.